Good morning and welcome to our live video this morning. It is Monday morning, the 24th of June 2024. My name's Jenny McCormack and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley, which is in Northamptonshire, in the middle of the UK. Thank you for joining us. If you're joining us live, do say hi. Good morning, Catherine. It's always nice to know who's watching with us, and if you have any questions or queries, don't hesitate to pop those in the comment section. If you're watching on replay, whether that's here on Facebook or on our YouTube channel, equally, if you have any questions or comments or feedback, then pop those in the relevant comment section. I do monitor them. Occasionally they slip through the net, but hopefully I do catch all of them, and if a response is required, obviously I will do that. So let me see, it's 10 o'clock and this is our new Spotlight on Nature stamp set of the week. Very simple stamp set, but if you're not a fan of colouring a lot of area, or you're not very confident on shading or anything else like that, this, like the one we used the other week, is a great stamp set to use. So we have this large tulip type flower here, we have separate leaves, we have a butterfly, we have this little crosshatch design, and there's some tiny little dots here, and then two sentiments. We've got dear friend and thanks. I used this for one of our projects at the weekend. So I had a crafting session with one of my lovely team members, Sam, and we each designed two cards, so there were 4 classes effectively, and this is the one that I did with the Spotlight on Nature. Just going to put that light on a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that will show all right without too much reflection. So I used a large sized card, and the die from Spotlight on Nature is this set, which we have used before. So you get 12 dies in the pack, and this is the largest one with that really pretty panelling around the side. And I use one of our new embossing folders. Hopefully you can see the detail in that, all of those dots. And this is called the Dotted Circles. Oh, hi Kerry, good evening to you, and good morning to you, Caroline. So this is one of the new embossing folders. It's 6 inches by 8.5, so it comfortably covers obviously the size of a card, and I've used a part of this to create a square card background. It's really detailed. Obviously you do need a large machine for this to go through, but it's absolutely stunning. So this was one of the cards that I designed. So we used basic beige as the background. We used in colour card that the ladies could choose from, and then we stamped the leaves on the inside, but you could stamp the flowers as well if you wished. And I chose the in colour, so this is Petunia Pop. I'll come back to this one in a minute. And this one is Summer Splash, and on this one I added the little dots around, and on this one I just stamped it and added the gems. And on this one, and I happen to use the back of the Lily Pond papers because I just love this pretty and pink colour. So I use that little crosshatch, hopefully you can see that on there, with the pretty and pink ink. And that one hasn't got the butterfly, but I just love this paper on the back. So we're going to recreate this effectively for coffee and card for this week, and I'm going to be using, rather than just emboss a whole load of backgrounds, we're going to be using the coloured patterned papers. So these are in colours, but I'll take different ones as well. So this 6x6 pack has either the brights, the in colours, the neutrals, the regals, the subtles, etc. And there's a smaller piece there. And there's different designs. So we have, I've used these before, so they're not new to you. These are in the annual catalogue, as is this set. Excuse me. So we've got stripes on one side, and then leaves on the other, and then we've got dots on one side, and then a very fine detailed pattern. I don't think you'll be able to pick that up. It's like tiny little flowers on there, and you get these in all of the different colours. So I'm going to either use Petunia Pop or Summer Splash even. Let's go for, this is Petunia Pop, so I'm going to use that one. Not quite sure if I'll use the stripes or not. So this is, as I say, the largest of those circles, and if I can find a pokey tool, just going to poke out those last little pieces. And obviously, as you can see, these layer up accordingly. Now, because we have the offer on for the month of June, whereas if you buy the bundle, which is 10% off anyway, you get another 10% off. Some of these have been coming in and out of stock, so I will keep you posted. I believe the dies are in stock, but the stamp set isn't at the moment, but I will keep you updated. Obviously, if anybody orders the stamp set of the week and it's not in stock yet, I will obviously carry that forward until it is in stock. And if you order the stamp set of the week, you do get all the components of the cards that I make. So we're going to start with this. So nice and simple. It's a really a bit like our Magnolia stamp set. It does all the work for you. It has all the shading. So we have that. We have the butterfly if you wish. And then we have the leaves, which I'll put on the inside, and then I haven't decided. I'll probably make a thank you card. Always need thank you cards. So I'm going to go with Petunia Pop as my colour, and I haven't decided which side of those I'm going to use. So let's just get this excuse me, stamped up. And I'm going to use, of course, Espresso. You could use Pebbled Path. You really want quite a neutral colour for the outline. And I have two different types of dots in the in colours. So we have these enamel dots here, and then we have the shimmer gems. So I'll have both of those at Coffee and Card. Okay, let's ink this one up. And I have just added some more ink to this espresso ink pad because it was looking a little bit pale. So let's see, give this a go. Now you just need to think about where you're going to put this. Okay, whether you want a sentiment on there that's quite large or whether you want the butterfly. So I'm putting this off to the left so that I've got space up here. There we go. There it is. And I'm hoping that yes, that butterfly should fit in there. If in doubt, pop your butterfly in first. And this could be just landing here actually. There we go. And then hopefully I've got space for my little thanks at the top. Yeah. So I hope everybody had a nice weekend. I had a busy full-on weekend, full-on week. Slightly quieter this week. I do have card class tomorrow afternoon. I have spaces on there if anybody wants to join us. Really nice set of papers that we're using with lots of die cuts. You could go on and make absolutely loads of cards afterwards. So I've got a card base which I pre-cut. I'm just leaving that to dry for a second because I've re-inked it. I know it's quite wet. So I've got a card base and I'm going to cut this piece down. I want a little bit of a border. This measures 15 centimeters. So I'm just going to bring that down like so. So I'm going to take a centimetre off that. And you can keep that to pop inside if you wanted to. Centimetre off that way. Let's see what that looks like. I may need to take some more. We'll have a look. No, I think that will work fine. Like so. And then our element in the middle. Could make a smaller card, but I think it just shows it off really nicely. So let's decide which we're going to have. Hello Elaine. So we're going to go flowers or stripes? Or leaves, I should say, shouldn't I? I think leaves, because there are some flowers on there. It's quite a big area to cover. So let's pop the leaves on the front. I managed to refill my seal. Like so. So just taking time to centre that before I put it down, like so. And what I might do, while that's drying, although it should be done, is stamp those leaves on the inside. You could do the leaves and the flowers. So grab the stamp set. I haven't used the little crosshatch either. I don't think I needed to because it's quite busy, my card. Stripes for Catherine. Sorry, Catherine. It was 50-50, I have to say. It could have been either. I would have gone with either. Just check that out. Yeah. And again, this has got shading already built in. So I'm just going to pop this on the right hand side, like so, and I might just add those flowers in again. So it's a beautiful day this morning. It was a lovely weekend and it's supposed to be fairly good all week, I believe. That's the weather I'm talking about. There we go. And maybe just this one here. There. You could also stamp that in a paler colour, or you could stamp it in the petunia pop if you wanted to. So that's going to be the inside of our card, and all we're going to do now is a little bit of stamping, a little bit of colouring, and I have all the in colours to hand. So let's grab petunia pop, dark and light. And I might just use a little bit of peach pie for that butterfly and some green for the leaves. But dark and light grey apple, that would do. I'll put that there. Okay, so really quick colouring. This is the dark. I need to take my glasses off though. And very like the magnolia, there's plenty of colouring added in for you with the stamp. So I just realised my nails are filthy. I did some gardening yesterday, potting up of tomato plants that Fiona had kindly given me. I'll hide those. Right, so just a little bit of dark at the bottom. You could also do a little bit at the top. And then just some brush strokes of the light. Actually, I can take that out of the way. Then you can see that a bit better. Like so. So just a light touch. And if you go away from the centre and leave a little bit of white space as well. There we go. So those are the leaves, nice and straightforward. The stems are very, very narrow, so I don't bother colouring the stems in. You could take the very fine end, but I don't think it needs it because you've got the overall colour. So let's see, this is dark petunia. So just adding this dark at the bottom. Like so. You could do a little bit to define the edges if you wish. But it's a small image. You don't need to fret. And then this is light petunia. You could also use a little bit of pretty in pink if you wanted it sort of two colours. There we go. So I hope everybody has a nice week planned with some nice things for yourselves. And this one here. Okay. I spent half an hour looking for a stamp set last night, and I knew I'd seen it. This is Ready for Coffee and Card, the Under the Moon. I hunted high and low, and I knew it was somewhere. Do you think I could find it? And then when I went into the cloakroom, there it was, because I'd rinsed it out under the tap and left it there to dry. Ooh. Oh, I felt very silly. Okay, so I've got dark peach pie here, and obviously your butterfly can be any colours. You can have some pale blue in there. I'm just sticking with the in colours for today. And I'm either going to go light or I could do petal pink, but I'm just going to stick to this. So this is light peach pie. And you could add a wink of Stella certainly onto the butterfly and all the flowers for a bit of interest. Just going back over this with the dark. On those front sets of wings. There we go. I'm glad I found it. Mind you, I had the same problem this morning looking for this stamp set, and I put it underneath, or put something on top basically. Okay, so there's our stamped image. Really simple, really straightforward. And then you've got the dots and the crosshatch to add if you wish. Let's pop, I don't think it particularly needs it, but let's just do that little crosshatch over the thanks. And I'm going to use Petunia Pop, but going to stamp it off maybe a couple of times. So that's first, second, third. There we go. Hopefully you can see that okay. Yes. Right, and all that's left for me to do is mount that up onto our base card. Like so. And I'm going to use dimensionals for that. Hopefully I have some here. I've got some edges that would be perfect. Odd one there, just use this one up. There we go. So this is called Spotlight on Nature. Hello Libby, good morning to you. So just making sure this is opening the right way. It is. And popping that on there. And there we go. There's our card. We've got that stamped on the inside. Okay, I'm not going to colour that in because that colour might bleed through to the back, but if it doesn't worry you, I mean nobody tends to look at the back of the card, then you could do that too. You could have a bigger message, obviously, if it was for a birthday or something. So there we go, Spotlight on Nature. A really sweet, useful stamp set, easy to use, and then these are the dies that go with it, and you get 6 of each size, so you could have that and then this one here, the matching one, as your sentiment if you want to do. So I might cut those out ready for Coffee and Card starting tomorrow. So thank you all. I hope you like the design. And I hope you have a great week. As I say, I have got spaces available on our card class tomorrow afternoon in Evenly. So if you want to join me for that, just message me and do come along. It's a really fun set of cards, and it features these dies and papers, frames and flowers. Sorry about the reflection. So there's plenty in there. You get a whole pack of that as part of the class. So thank you all, have a great day ahead, and I look forward to crafting with you very soon. Time for coffee, I think. Bye for now.